What's up, all you sports enthusiasts out there? This is Rider Replay, bringing to you this week's coverage on baseball, men's tennis, club sports, and more.
Hi, I'm Meg Straley.
And I'm Sean Lineski, and welcome to Rider Replay. Men's baseball annihilated Niagara last weekend.
Yes, they did indeed, in 2 games, one played on Friday and the other on Saturday. Here's Jeremy Youngsong with coverage on Friday's game.
Fans exhibit good sportsmanship throughout today's game.
The Rider men's baseball team took on Niagara in a 3-game series this weekend. The Bronx not only dominated Niagara in their weekend battles, but they actually opened with a dominant performance in their first game. Friday against Niagara, the Bronx only let up 2 runs and managed to score 12 runs on their own, making their performance and ability show. The Rider men's baseball team went into Niagara with their intentions of defending their MAC title, and they were successful. Mike Thomas pitched almost the entire game except for 1 inning and knocked out 11 of Niagara's batters. To leave only 4 to get hits. It was the 22nd time in his career he has won a game that he pitched for Rider. His precision pitching won the Bronx the game defensively. On the offensive side, Rider did just as well, with 2 breakout freshmen, Ken Kramer and Nick Crescenzo, with an RBI double and 2 runs by Nick. A.J. Albee and senior Brandon Cotton accumulated 7 hits themselves. The Bronx had a great game and swept Niagara in all 3 games of the series. Coach Barry Davis is proud of his players.
When I was at the game on Friday, Niagara started off strong in the first inning. But when the second inning came around, Rider brought in 1 run, and that was the beginning of Rider's dominance over the game. Now here's Andrew Gray with Saturday's game.
The Rider baseball team put on quite a show this past Saturday as they opened conference play with a 10-2 victory over Niagara. Niagara was the designated home team, and Rider jumped on them early by scoring 4 runs in the top of the first inning without the benefit of a single base hit. Junior starting pitcher Patrick Devlin was great for the Bronx, going the distance in the 7-inning win. Devlin struck out 6 while yielding only 6 hits and 1 earned run in the victory. Junior center fielder Brandon Cotton reached base in all 5 of his plate appearances out of the leadoff spot by collecting 2 hits and 3 walks. Senior shortstop John Ralston had 3 hits and 3 RBIs while also making a few great plays in the field. Freshman Nick Crescenzo had a big impact on the victory with 2 hits and 2 RBIs, while sophomore Adam Wayman scored 2 runs and drove in 2 more. Now, back to the studio.
Rider baseball swept Niagara in a 3-game series with a combined score of 34-5.
There's proof that Rider worked hard and earned their current standing of 13-8. They have excellent, hardworking players. Mike Thomas, who is a pitcher, he's a senior currently. He was named MAC Pitcher of the Week twice. Tyler Smith, who is a sophomore and also a pitcher, he was also named MAC Pitcher of the Week, but only once. And a freshman with the name of Nick Crescenzo was MAC Rookie of the Week, not only once, but twice. And Rider University was also picked to be the favorite to win the 2011 MAC championship, which is excellent.
Tell you what, when I was at the game on Saturday, my gosh, that was an amazing game. I mean, first I thought Niagara was going to be a worthy opponent, but next thing you know, boom, as soon as Rider started to play, there goes one flying left field, there goes one flying in right field, next to one's over fence, there's a home run, there's another home run. Shortstop, John Paulston, He was amazing. He was a wall. Nothing was getting by him.
Now over to Mike Peterson with men's tennis.
On Tuesday, March 28th, the Rider University men's tennis team went up against Fordham University. The Broncs were looking for their second win this season, but couldn't pull through. The Rams ended up being a tough opponent for the Broncs. Even though the tennis team put a valiant effort, they fell to the Rams in a 2-5 loss. Recently, I had a chance to talk to Jeff Page about the team's positive outlook. The Rider men's tennis team tries to look for a positive outlook as they host Fairfield University on Friday.
Go.
Hi, I'm Mike Peterson, and today I'm interviewing Jeff Page, who's a member of the Rider University men's tennis team.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
So, Jeff, going into today's match, how do you think Rider did overall today?
I think Rider did pretty well today, despite the fact that we lost. We had some wins, though, so that was a good thing.
Going into the second half of the season, how do you think Rider? What are your main goals going into the second half?
Our main goals are to get as many wins as possible. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you think Rider, when you look back at the first half of the season, what do you see yourself doing going forward?
As far as something different, I think we're going to be more aggressive as a team and just to have fun.
Thanks, Mike. Now let's talk about women's softball.
Women's softball is currently 5-17. They need more motivation. They definitely have the talent, but they're having a really tough season.
Yes, now, when they played against St. Joe's, unfortunately, it was a loss of 6-1. The first inning, they had 5 runs in, but after that first inning, defense really cracked down. Rider only let one more run in throughout the entire game. I think if they didn't let one of those 5 runs in, I would guess they would have gone to extra innings because they really buckled down. They knew where their weaknesses were, and they just nailed it right there. I mean, Brittany Eckert, she had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning, which brought on the 1 score on the board.
Really, who else did really well that game?
Junior Lucy Higgins actually was the second person who had the hit. She had 1 going down the single line, and unfortunately that was it. But, I think they know where their weaknesses are, and I think they're going to improve over the season.
They definitely have talented players, but they have a tough time putting them all together. They have a lot of dedication, which will help them battle through the next couple weeks. Sean, do you know what time it is?
Actually, yes, I do. It's time for a moment with Mike.
Thanks, Sean. This week, the focus of the sports world will not be on opening day of baseball season, but at the Final Four in Houston. This year's Final Four is probably the most improbable one ever, considering that no number 1 or number 2 seeds in their respective region made it to this point. In the East region, Kentucky advanced to the Final Four for the first time since 1998, led by senior Josh Harrelson and the play of freshman sensation Brandon Knight. Despite losing Gordon Hayward, Butler advanced for the 2nd straight year as a number 8 seed in the Southeast region and are the first mid-major team in more than 50 years to make it to consecutive Final Fours. In the West region, Connecticut made it by winning 9 straight games in 19 days, which consisted of regular season, Big East tournament, and NCAA tournament victories. All were led by junior guard Kemba Walker. Not to be outdone, Connecticut's women's basketball team made it to their Final Four as well, marking the 3rd time that both teams from Connecticut made it to their respective Final Four. Yet perhaps more improbable than Butler making the Final Four for the 2nd straight year has been the performance of the Virginia Commonwealth University Rams, who were picked as one of the final teams into this year's tournament as a number 11 seed in the Southwest region. They have upset teams such as Georgetown, Purdue, and most recently Kansas to make it to the school's first ever Final Four and are considered as the fan favorite to pull off the ultimate upset by winning the national championship. It seems that this year's Final final college basketball games of the season will be the ones that everyone will talk about for the next several years. That's all for me this week, and now back to Meg and Sean.
Thanks, Mike. March Madness seems to be heating up.
I tell you, with March Madness, I don't think anyone could predict it. Number 1 and number 2 seeds are gone. I mean, now we have Kentucky, we have Virginia Commonwealth, Butler, and UConn. UConn I can kind of see making it far because they're a pretty good team. But the other ones, who would ever predict? I mean, this is Virginia Commonwealth's first time ever making it this far in the basketball history.
I know. Everyone's brackets got completely turned upside down by this.
I know. Ever since then, my brackets just got like, just, it's shocked everybody. I mean, this is history that people will be talking about for years to come.
I know. Is there anything going on this weekend with March Madness?
Actually, yes. This Saturday at 6 o'clock, we have Butler versus Virginia Commonwealth University. And at 8:45, we have Kentucky versus UConn.
Well, I'm really excited to see who makes the championship. Now on to Rider Replay's Athlete of the Week. I am proud to announce that it is Nick Krasenko. He is a freshman and has already been a big hit on Rider's men's baseball team. He's batted a total of 462 last week, got 6 hits, scored 4 runs, and knocked in 3 more in 4 games. Congratulations.
Well, that's all the time we have for Rider Sports.
For more sports information, log on to www.gobronx.com. Thanks for watching Rider Replay.
Don't forget,
Go Bronx!